Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video showing you my recent empties. I really enjoy watching other people's empties videos, so showing what they've used up, giving a little review of what they thought about them and whether or not they're going to repurchase them. I think once you've kind of used something for quite a long time, you get a much better idea of whether or not it's a product that you like and whether it's something that you'd recommend. So I'm going to get straight to it because I have got quite a lot. I've been collecting these for the last couple of months. So the first item is this Suqian Scrub. It's the detoxifying facial scrub, and I bought this last year, so I've been using this. I tend to use a facial scrub in the shower, so normally sort of twice a week, something around that. This one was really nice. It smells absolutely amazing. It's quite a light scrub. It's not particularly harsh on the skin. It says it has jojoba beads and ground bamboo, which is what offers the sort of polish to remove dirt and impurities, and it says that it has detoxifying antioxidants and it promotes a clear, radiant complexion. I would absolutely agree. It's really lovely scrub to use. Skin feels really clean after it, but it's not too harsh. I haven't actually repurchased this particular one. That's because I also have a Joik exfoliating facial scrub, clarifying facial scrub, I can't remember, but it's the Joik scrub, and I also have a Madera scrub which I got in a beauty box quite recently. So I have quite a lot of facial scrubs and I don't use them very often. This is definitely one that I would repurchase, and it's also excellent value for money. I think it's around the £10 mark. Really good scrub, and yeah, it says suitable for all skin types, so I think this would suit anybody and definitely something that I'd recommend. Next up, I have a couple of cleansers. The first one is one of my all-time favourites. It's the Ossia Renaissance Cleansing Gel. This is the regular sized one. I think it's 100ml. I also have a mini travel size version and a double size version of this, the 200ml one. So that answers the question of would I repurchase? Yes, I absolutely would repurchase. This is my second tub of these, and it's the cleanser that I return to after I've been testing out other cleansers. It probably is my favourite cleanser, particularly to use in the morning. It is a sort of orange coloured gel, and it is scented with chamomile and rose. So the rose is probably the overpowering scent. It smells quite spa-like and quite luxurious. It feels incredibly luxurious to smooth onto the skin, and then when you add water it goes into a milk, and this is something that I always think it's really good for settling my skin. If my skin's not been doing very well, if it has sort of blemishes or it's experiencing dryness, this seems to really help to balance it. It nourishes my skin, it helps it keep clean without keeping it like squeaky clean, so it really helps to nourish as well, and it has vitamins A, C and E, omega-6, pumpkin enzymes, chamomile and rose. It's excellent, can't recommend it highly enough. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but they last a really long time because you only need a small amount, so it's definitely something that I believe is value for money and something that I do repurchase on a regular basis. The second cleanser that I have is a sample one. It's another gel cleanser and it's from Essie, I think the brand are called, E-S-S-E. It's a brand that are available on Love Lula, and this came in one of the Love Lula beauty boxes last year. This is a really unusual item because of the scent. It's a gel cleanser, but it is really minty. It felt like I was applying a minty toothpaste to my face. However, because of that, it was quite good if you wanted sort of waking up in the morning. It certainly had that sort of, I guess, rejuvenating, revitalising effect on the skin, and it was nice. Nothing particularly special, not something that I would necessarily repurchase because I have the Ossia Renaissance Cleansing Gel that I love and I have other cleansers that I love. So I liked this. I wouldn't necessarily choose to use it again, mostly because of the scent of it, but it did do nice things for my skin. Then I have a couple of toners, both from Balm Balm, so I'll discuss them together. One of them is in a spritz bottle, and this is the Balm Balm Chamomile Floral Water Hydrosol. And this one is in a little bottle, and this is the Rose Floral Water Hydrosol. This came in a set that I got that had a few sort of sample Balm Balms, and this came in a beauty box, I believe. These are a really nice step to add to your skincare. I tend to use this between my cleanser and then before my serum or moisturiser. And I do really like these. They give a really nice effect on the skin. It's a really nice step to keep that moisture in your skin. I don't like my skin to be too dry, and they're really nice. The one thing I will say, I personally would not repurchase this one, which was the chamomile one. The scent is just not the sort of scent that I particularly enjoy. But I did carry on using it until it was used up, and I did actually like it. The effect that it gave on my skin, I just didn't love the scent. This one, however, the rose one, I tested this out, loved it, and because of how much I loved the other one, I decided that I would repurchase the spray bottle version of this one, and that's what I'm using at the moment. Really good value for money and a really nice step to add to your skincare routine. Next up, I have a serum, and this is just a sample one. It came in an advent calendar, and it is the Joik Silky Facial Serum. It's an oil-based serum, and this is the first time I really used an oil-based serum. I'm normally used to the sort of cream-based, a sort of light moisturising serum, and I was under the impression that using an oil as a serum might leave that sort of greasy filminess onto my skin. This absolutely does not, so I can use this both in the morning and at night time, and it feels amazing. It has cranberry seed oil in it, I believe. Yeah, cranberry seed oil. And this particular one came with a roller ball, but I have actually repurchased the full size one of these, which comes with a little bottle with a dropper, so you can really quite easily just get out 2 to 3 drops to use each time. So I have continued to use this. I have repurchased it, and it's completely changed the way that I think about oil-based serums actually. So if you're unsure about oil-based serums because you're not sure about whether or not they might make your skin a little bit shiny, give this one a go, because it does not do that at all. It nourishes the skin, it moisturises the skin, it feels lovely to apply and after application, but you're then able to do the rest of your skincare routine without it feeling like you have too much oil or too much greasiness onto your skin. So I really love this one, and it's suitable for vegans, but it has all sorts of lovely fruit oils contained within it, as well as the predominant cranberry seed oil, which is the main oil active ingredient within the serum. But I really like this, and I'm so delighted that it came in the advent calendar, because I don't think I ever would have tried this before. So a massive recommendation from that one, and something that I am continuing to use and have repurchased. Next up is another step that I add to my skincare routine at certain times, and it is this spot treatment. It's by Laid Bare, and it's called Spot the Difference. I tend to use this as an extra step before I moisturise my skin. It is quite moisturising, and you do only need quite a small amount. You can use this to just as a spot treatment on particular areas that are probably troubling you, or you can use this, and this is the way that I used it, just a small amount spread all over the face just to help to control things. I have to say recently I haven't been using this because my skin seems to be cleared up, but actually I think that may well be down to the fact that I was using this morning and night for probably about 6 to 8 weeks around the end of last year, beginning of this year. So I have used up the whole tube, and I have repurchased, and I have it available. So I use it when I need to, but I don't use this on a regular basis anymore, because my skin's doing really well at the moment and I'm not actually experiencing blemishes. The thing that I loved this for was that it was really excellent at clearing up any sort of scarring that I had from blemishes that were hanging around a little bit longer than I might have liked. This really helps to clear up my skin and get rid of any of those lingering sort of marks, little scars, little marks of redness, those kind of things. I had a few of those around my cheeks and just around my nose, and this really helps to clear those up quite quickly. So this is definitely a product that I would recommend. Again, it's available from Lula, and again, it is a natural product. It's recommended for oily stroke combo skin, but obviously it's a spot treatment, so if you experience spots, then I'm sure it will be worthwhile for you. It certainly was fine for my relatively dry skin. So I think this is, again, a really good spot treatment if you're looking for something that will help clear your skin up a little bit. Okay, moving on to moisturisers. I have 1 daytime moisturiser and 2 nighttime moisturisers. The daytime one is from the same range that I mentioned earlier. It's from the Suqian Super Greens range, and this is the Nutrient Rich Facial Moisturiser. Should clarify, it's nutrient rich rather than rich, so it's not too thick a cream. It is a cream based moisturiser, but it's not a particularly thick one, so it's nothing to worry about if you don't have particularly dry skin. I think it does say suitable for all skin types. Yeah, it does, suitable for all skin types, and that would have been my estimation for who this is recommended for, because it certainly suits my dry to dehydrated skin, but it also is not too rich, and I also found this was great for around the year. So even on the times when my skin is drier or the times when my skin is less dry, this is something that I can use at any time, and it again smells absolutely amazing. I really love the Suqian Super Greens range, and I would definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't already. This is my second tube of this, and I have another one in the bathroom cabinet. I'm actually trying out a few other moisturisers at the moment, so I'm not using this one regularly, but it is certainly one that I frequently return to and I have repurchased, and I would definitely recommend. It's again a very good value product. I think again it's around the £10 mark, something like that, for 125 ml, so you get a really decent amount of product in this, and it's something that I absolutely love and would definitely recommend. Again, this has no SLS, no parabens, no synthetic fragrances, no artificial colours. It's 100% vegan. Obviously it's cruelty free. All the products that I use are cruelty free, and a great brand, and definitely something that I would recommend that you try out. So that's the daily facial moisturiser. And then I have two night moisturisers. The first one is from a brand that I mentioned earlier. So this is from another product from Laid Bare. As you can see, it's a little worse for wear. The stickers started to come off as I was using it. This is another of my favourite products from Laid Bare. It's their From Dusk Till Dawn Vitamin C Serum. It has blackcurrant seed oil, evening primrose oil and carrot seed oil within, and this one is for all skin types. Now this, I initially was quite surprised by this because it's called a serum. I was expecting it to be more like a sort of moisturiser. It is an oil, it's a facial oil. It's a nighttime facial serum. It's beautiful. There is a little bit actually just on the outside of the bottle that I can just smell, and it does smell wonderful, and I found this a really nice way to sort of get me settled into that sleep time mode as my final skincare routine, part of my skincare routine. There's not much to say about this other than I absolutely loved it and I've recommended it to so many people. I have a friend who has particularly dry skin. She's tried this and she loves it too. You only need to use a tiny amount of this again, so it's lasted me, I was using it every single night for probably 2 to 3 months actually, and even this little bottle, I think it's 30ml, yeah 30ml, but you don't need to use a lot of this, it does last a really long time. It's in a pump bottle, and you just pump out a little bit, apply it to your face, and I use that as my sort of final step. It doesn't sink into the skin, it does sort of stay on the skin, and so it takes a little while to soak in. It doesn't stain pillows or anything like that. It is a natural coloured oil, so there's nothing, it's not like it stays tacky or anything, but it doesn't soak into the skin as much. I think that's a really good thing, because actually what I find is in the morning there is still a little bit of that as my skin sort of soaks in what it needs to, and it helps to keep my skin really nourished until the morning. I have tried some other things that are okay for the night time for me, but not as rich as this, and this is definitely something that if you are looking for something to nourish your skin, I would recommend. It says it's suitable for all skin types from normal to sensitive to aging or challenging, and I would agree, it's really excellent, and I also know that there are many other people with different skin types to me that have also found this a really useful product. Again, it's an excellent value for money product for what it is. I think this is something like £12.99 from Love Lula, but again something that I love and have repurchased, and I'm looking forward to using again after I've used up the current night creams that I'm using at the moment. And the final facial skincare item is a sample one again. It's from the Love Lula Beauty Box, and this is from Madera as part of their Time Miracle range. It's the Total Renewal Night Cream, and I mentioned this actually when I did my review of the January Beauty Box, so you can have a look at that video if you'd like to see that in more detail. But I finished this up, I used it every night from when I received the box until I think last week, so it lasted for probably about 6 weeks. And this was really nice. I didn't find it as nourishing as the Laid Bare From Dusk Till Dawn facial serum, and that's one of the reasons that I wouldn't personally repurchase this. Having said that, it seems to have really settled my skin. I haven't had any breakouts recently and my skin has been really nourished. So even though it doesn't necessarily feel as nourished when I wake up, it certainly was, my skin was getting everything that it needed from it. I do like it, it's just a little bit pricey for me, and I don't mind spending a little bit of extra money if there's something amazing, but for me this was a fairly average night cream, and it's certainly not overtaken my favourite Laid Bare nighttime serum, but if you prefer a cream rather than oil, I'm sure you'd absolutely love this, because it is a really nice cream and it does soak into the skin more, and it is something that really nourishes your skin overnight. So if you're more of a night cream person rather than a nighttime facial oil, then I'm sure this is something that you would really enjoy using. So I liked it, it did good things for my skin. I just personally prefer to use a facial oil as my final step at the moment. Okay, and we just have 3 more empties that are not facial skincare. The first of which is a deodorant, and this is the Indigenous Beauty natural deodorant cream. It's in it's called Uplifting, and it's the orange and grapefruit scent. Now this one is the one, yeah, it smells amazing. It smells like, obviously it smells citrusy. It's orange and grapefruit, so you can definitely smell the citrus notes, but to me it smells like when you are baking cookies. My husband and I really like to bake cookies, and we have orange oil that we sometimes add to cookies to make them flavoured in an orange oil, and so for some reason this reminds me of this. It kind of, I don't know if it's maybe does it have baking soda in? I think this one does have baking soda in, so I don't know if that adds that sort of makes me think of baking, but it smells amazing. The orange scent in it is lovely, and very fresh and refreshing, and I did really enjoy this to apply. This was my first deodorant cream that I tried, and I was so impressed with both with the effectiveness and how easy it was to apply, actually, because I thought it would be a little bit of a hassle. However, since using this, I have been trying some other deodorants creams, and I do find that this one is a little bit gritty compared to some of the other ones, and I tend to prefer the slightly smoother ones. So I would repurchase this actually, because it was very effective, and I do particularly like the scent of this one, and it lasts really well, but it's not my favoured texture because it's a little bit grainy. I also think this one though was the cheapest that I've tried, and in which case that's also a factor for consideration for repurchase. So although I haven't repurchased at the moment because I have another couple that I'm testing out, I do think I would potentially repurchase this one again, because of how effective it was, the good value, and the scent of it as well. So yeah, that was a really nice introduction to deodorant creams. Okay, I have one body item. This is less natural as some of the other products that I've been using. This is just a Soap and Glory item from Boots, and it is the Rich and Famous Dual Use Shower and Bath Body Wash. This is the shower gel that both my husband and I use. I also use other things as well, but this is our standard one that we put into our dispenser in the shower units. It just smells so good. It is almond, oats and brown sugar, and it just has that sort of bakery scent. You might sense that I quite like bakery scents, and this is part of the range where they also have the breakfast scrub, and I like that as well, and I'm currently using a thicker version of this, which is called Whipped Clean, and that's a really nice sort of richer shower moisturiser. The thing that I love about this is that even though it is just a shower gel, it is very moisturising, so it doesn't leave your skin feeling dry at all. I can sadly never be bothered to moisturise my body properly. I don't give time to do that, and so it's better for me if I can find something that will moisturise my body when it's being washed as well. So I really like this one. It's normally on offer, and it's something that's fairly straightforward and neutral, and something that both my husband and I use up on a fairly regular basis. So yeah, the final item is a brush cleanser, makeup brush cleanser, and it is by Freedom. Oh, sorry, that's a little bit shiny, but hopefully you can see that. And it is called their Brush Bath, the Sanitising Brush Cleanser. I don't know why I'm opening this, because there's absolutely nothing left in the tub, but it comes as a solid cleanser. I think it was about £6, something like that, maybe £5-6. It's the brand Freedom Oil brand that are stocked in Superdrug, so I got this in Superdrug, or obviously you can buy online as well. And it's a really decent sized amount of makeup brush cleanser. I think it is, does it say? 100ml, yeah, so there's 100 millilitres in here. So this has lasted me a really long time, and it just really suits the way that I like to clean my makeup brushes. Rinse them under the tap, swirl them around in here, and then I have a cleansing mitt with various different textures on that I can use to swirl the brush around in. So this is a really convenient format for me rather than a liquid soap or something like that. Haven't actually repurchased yet because I'm looking at other options. This isn't necessarily something that I loved. It was nice, but I'm kind of looking out for other things at the moment. But I could do with getting one soon because this is completely empty, and at the moment I don't have an alternative, so I will definitely need to be cleaning my makeup brushes soon, although I'm not wearing makeup on a very regular basis, so most of my brushes are still clean from when I last used this. But yeah, I do really like that, and if anybody has any recommendations for other solid makeup brush cleansers, then I'd love to hear them because I'd really like to try other ones out, or if you use any other methods as well, then I'd be interested. So I think that's everything. Yep, that's everything from my recent empties, all of which are from cruelty-free brands, and most of which are predominantly natural ingredients as well. So I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about the products. I will make sure to leave in the box below a link to all of the products that you can buy them, and any of the ones that I mentioned in previous video reviews or blog reviews, I'll also link to those as well. But thank you very much. I hope that you found this interesting and that you found it useful to find out how I really feel about these products and which products I have worked my whole way through and if I've repurchased them or not. Thank you very much again for listening. If you are interested in these sorts of videos, I do have some more beauty videos planned, so please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.